Jeffrey was an interesting individual. He was very articulate, but he did have some unusual characteristics, or different characteristics, I guess.
Jeffrey Holt, not your typical millionaire with a mansion and a yacht. He was living in a mobile home park, mowing lawns and collecting more model cars than ever seen. Turns out, Jeffrey was secretly rolling in dough. And get this, he didn't just hoard it like a dragon with its gold. Nah, he dropped a bombshell on his tiny town of Hinsdale, leaving them a sweet parting gift. Stick around as we dive into the mystery of Jeffrey Holt. Jeffrey and his sister Allison grew up in Springfield, Massachusetts. Their father, Lee Holt, taught English and world literature at American International College. Their mother, Margaret Holt, had a Shakespearean scholar for a dad. Both parents were peace activists who eventually moved to Amherst and took part in a weekly town vigil that addressed local to global peace and justice issues.
Jeffrey didn't need a lot to be happy, didn't want to draw attention to himself, and might have been afraid of moving. He once declined a promotion at the mill that would have required him to relocate.
But Holt died earlier this year with a secret. He was a multi-millionaire. And what's more, he gave it all away to this community of 4,200 people. Allison remembers their father reading Russian novels to them at bedtime.
Jeffrey had a learning disability. He had dyslexia. He was very smart in certain ways. When it came to writing or spelling, he was a lost cause. And my father was a professor. So I think that Jeff felt like he was disappointing my dad. But maybe socking away all that money was a way to compete.
Was an interesting individual. He was very articulate, but he did have some unusual characteristics.
Holt's best friend Smith, a former state legislator who became the executor of Holt's estate, had learned about his fortune in recent years. He knew Holt, who died in June 2023 at age 82, had varied interests, like collecting hundreds of model cars and train sets that filled his rooms, covered the couch, and extended into a shed. He also collected books about history, with Henry Ford and World War II among his favorite topics. Smith also knew that Holt, who earlier in life had worked as a production manager at a grain mill that closed in nearby Brattleboro, invested his money. Holt would find a quiet place to sit near a brook and study financial publications.
He was not one to miss work. He just showed up and did what he had to, but he didn't want the expense of having a car.
His will had brief instructions, $3.8 million, to the town of Hinsdale to benefit the community in the areas of education, health, recreation, and culture. I know he didn't have a whole lot of family, but nonetheless, to leave it to the town where he lived in. It's a tremendous gift.